Hey y'all, habari zenu, como esta, ohoro wanyu, guten tag, konnichiwa, and all the other greetings. It's Kenyan Hippie back with a new video. If you just stumbled upon my channel or my video, hi, karibu, welcome. I hope you'll stick around and possibly subscribe. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for your support. I appreciate you guys so much. Today's video is going to be kind of a rant, another one, and it was inspired by something that happened yesterday on my Facebook page. Inspired by recent events. It's been very interesting to see the world reacting to the political assassination of Charlie Kirk and consequently watching the very vast responses and reactions from the left and the conservatives. The conservatives have been mourning. I've been one of them. Whilst the loving and tolerant left has been rejoicing, which is crazy to me. Those who aren't rejoicing per se will justify it. And there's another group of people who I have had to, of course, remove from my friends list on Facebook, who are saying it was justified. Or, as this video title states, are calling me and others like me Nazi sympathizers. Let's talk. Seeing this post on my Facebook feed from someone, I would not call them a friend per se, but an acquaintance. And she's Canadian, actually. It's crazy to me that someone has made an opinion about someone they've never heard of or they vaguely heard of based on 10-second clips and memes circulating the internet. And they made this judgment, called him a Nazi, and therefore I'm a sympathizer of a Nazi by virtue of their claim. It has made me really question the way I see people, especially those associated with me. When Charlie Kirk died, I was not ashamed to mourn him. I have posted multiple videos talking about this. It was very raw for me. And I never worshipped him, but he stood for so much, which means a lot to me as a Kenyan immigrant who appreciates the freedoms this country provides. I love to speak my mind. I love the First Amendment. I treasure the Second Amendment. And suddenly, because I grieved for someone who's a conservative, people I thought were my friends and acquaintances, even good friends, started to refer to me as a Nazi sympathizer. Let that sink in for a second. Maybe you know this drill if you're from around here, if you've watched CNN or seen some liberal media. In America right now, the liberal media outlets have made it their mission to brainwash as many people as possible. So now, anyone who's anti-woke or a conservative has been labeled as far-right, as a Nazi. For a lot of people, these words mean someone I don't like and have nothing to do with history. Funny thing is, I know what a real Nazi looks like. I'm the wife of a man whose Opa was an actual Wehrmacht, a Hitler Youth. Opa lived through the real deal, the Third Reich, not Twitter spats or TikToks. He actually lived through a system that took kids, radicalized the youth, wiped out their culture, made them rat on their own parents, and twisted their hearts until the only thing left was the worship of the state and the Third Reich, Hitler himself. I've seen the impact of this on my family, the stories. So when someone calls me a Nazi because of my political views, sorry, but no, you don't know what horror means. Now let's rewind a bit. I came from Kenya. Why? Because I loved the freedom that America provides, if you fight for it. Speech is not really free back home. You're not allowed to speak out against the government, not without consequences, not without being water cannoned or tear gassed or arrested, or being arrested and consequently disappearing. Gun rights? Non-existent. The few private citizens who own guns go through a very rigorous process and it costs a lot of money. And it's all at the officer's discretion. So when liberals here try to shame me or guilt me because of mourning a conservative like Charlie Kirk, they're showing they do not value those freedoms. They're just puppeting whatever CNN told them, or whatever some TikTok influencer creator like Harry Sisson told them that week. Look, I'm saying it out loud. The liberal media drills people so much. Folks who speak out and spew out words like fascist and Nazi without really understanding their meanings. Come on. I studied World War II faithfully for years. When I hear people using the N-word, Nazi, not the other N-word, it has basically lost all its meaning in a public conversation. Because if I disagree with you and you're not woke, then you're a Nazi. It's just a label for enemy now. Not genocide, not totalitarian monsters. Imagine someone born in Kenya with a family history scarred by actual Nazis, crying for a murdered American patriot, getting labeled a Nazi. It's not just crazy and incredulous, it's also dangerous. But let's talk about something that might annoy some people, and I really don't care. The people who accuse us, and by us I mean conservatives, those who scream fascist the most are the actual fascists. Those who scream Nazi the most are the same people keying Teslas with a Nazi symbol.
How about you pay for the repairs? Write a check, you just bought a Tesla.
I can wipe it off with a towel. It's not heat.
It is a hate crime, sir. It is a hate crime. Did you write a swastika on there?
I'm sorry you're upset.
Did you write a swastika?
It didn't even work. Apparently it doesn't work.
Did you write a swastika on the... It's a key, sir. We see it on the video.
It's not a key.
Is it a swastika?
I was probably putting my keys in my pocket.
Is it a swastika?
Have you looked at your car? Is there a key
yes.
mark?
Is it a swastika? It's at the police right now. It's being fingerprinted.
What do you mean it's being fingerprinted?
Because they're trying to track you down. Thankfully, Facebook tracked you down. So your business, your freaking livelihood, everything down. Because you chose to write so tell Facebook that you're sorry for writing a swastika on a Tesla.
Listen, I said I'm sorry.
For what?
And I apologize.
For what?
I have nothing against your car, and I have nothing against you.
So why would you write a swastika on a Tesla?
Obviously, I have...
Just are lighting Teslas on fire and putting swastikas on them.
Here's the part I want you to sit with. The Democrats call conservatives fascists. But if you actually look at history, real history, the National Socialist Party in Germany did a lot of things you will see in today's mainstream Democrat Party and Democrat activism. Number one, socialism. It's in the name. Nazis were big on government control. Democrats, always pushing for state-run everything.
Sehr gut. Sehr gut.
I'm a time traveler from the year 2025, and I've come here to kill you, Hitler.
Oh, not again. I'm never gonna have enough time to finish these paintings with all of these time travelers trying to kill me.
Well, I'm going to succeed.
Before you pull the trigger, can I just ask why? Why do all of you people want to kill me?
Isn't it obvious? I'm a progressive, a liberal, a fighter for social justice. And you are a fascist who implemented a reign of terror. And while the effects of your policies devastated the world for decades, soon we will be able to take back the White House, and we will be able to use the government to force people to follow our great ideas.
You want to use government power to force your ideas on the populace. Me too! That's fantastic!
What? No. Ugh.
More welfare, more state regulation.
I must use some of her ideas in our socialized healthcare system.
Socialized healthcare? That's not your thing. That's our thing.
Oh no, it's very much my thing.
Gun control. Nazis disarmed the population, except the very few who worked alongside the Third Reich. Democrats fight the Second Amendment tooth and nail.
To ask, is this a real firearm or is this some kind of toy for kids?
It's a flare gun. I'm trying not to support America's toxic gun culture. I'm a firm believer in gun control.
Gun control! This was one of my ideas too. Ban them from the undesirables. Yes, look here.
Censorship. Nazis banned opposing viewpoints, certain books, and controlled the media. The Democrats pressure social media companies to silence the voices that they cannot stand. Moi, I am a personal victim of this. There isn't one conservative I know to this day who has not had an account banned, or multiple accounts banned, or videos taken down and reported for hate speech because they dared say there are two genders, because they dared to question anything.
You and I have nothing in common. What I'm saying is there are people in our time with dangerous ideas and we need to silence them.
Silencing those who disagree with you. I do that too! Oh, wunderbar! Oh, the Nazi movement will not die with me.
Abortion. Nazis promoted eugenics, as you all know. Look at Dr. Mengele, and labeled abortion as progress. The Democrats, on the other hand, hail abortion, even late term, and call it a virtue. Are we seeing the similarities yet?
Oh, and your shirt. This is an organization founded by Margaret Sanger. Yes?
Wait, you know about Margaret Sanger?
Jawohl, of course! Oh, she's such a lovely person.
No. She's a fighter for reproductive rights, for women's empowerment,
and the eradication of undesirable populations by means of eugenics. Brilliant lady, very inspiring.
Violence. The Nazis encouraged violence against enemies of the state. Democrats, on the other hand, downplay riots, cancel culture, and mob pressure whenever they suit the narrative. I have shared this video before and I'll share it again of various Democrat politicians calling for violence.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
People need to start taking to the streets. This is a dictator.
You know, there needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
Enemies of the state.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
Government worship. Nazis demanded absolute loyalty to the state. The Democrats push for this idea of trust the experts, trust the system, obey, comply. Does that sound familiar? Remember during COVID? Remember the lockdown? Remember the Fauci ouchie? Mandates. Tell me, doesn't that sound familiar to you guys? Now, before anyone loses their minds, I'm not calling anyone an actual Nazi. But if you throw those up side by side and squint, the similarities are too loud to ignore.
Did you know that Nazi means National Socialist German Workers' Party? Nazi is just more catchy.
And here's a video by my husband explaining that aspect.
The reason why the Germans were capable of falling for the whole fascism shtick after World War I. Worthless fascist, and I hate you. Goodbye.
When I came across the video of somebody who is very pro-socialist and a huge Bernie supporter, I had to hear how he believed that Germany became fascist.
You want a leader for the left? It's Bernie Sanders. Democratic socialism is the only future for you, all right?
Nazi Germany had socialized medicine, housing, food, retirement, education, daycare, pretty much everything that Bernie Sanders wants for America. I forgot to mention gun control, limited speech, and abortion. Now, the reason why this was so crucial for fascism to even exist is because you can't be a dictator and control the people of your nation unless they give you their freedoms and their rights, which give gave you the power to do so. Without controlling the education, you can't control how the youth thinks. Without controlling the healthcare, you can't control who's going to stay healthy and who isn't. In Nazi Germany, doctors would mutilate children for experiments. And I'd be willing to bet that this guy, a lot of Democrats, including Bernie Sanders, have no problems with our children in America being mutilated on a doctor's table legally as well. I also bet that just like Nazi Germany, this guy, and probably Bernie Sanders, and we know Kamala Harris admitted to this, wouldn't have an issue with limiting what we can say and labeling anything that they don't want you to say as hate speech. And I know this guy has plenty of videos absolutely hating on Elon Musk, but if it wasn't for Elon Musk, I wouldn't have a platform to say what I want to say. Because on the same platform where this guy has 3 million followers, I've been banned like 10 times. So for somebody who has 3 million followers on a platform talking about history, he sure sucks at repeating it. Because even though every fascist regime in history has socialized everything for its people, which grew the government and gave the government the control over the people to become dictatorships, taking away their people's ability to defend themselves and say what they want to say, this guy somehow thinks that the guy who's trying to shrink the government, fighting for its people's ability to say what they want to say without getting canceled, and have the ability to defend themselves with whatever tools they deem necessary, trying to give us more of the money that we earn instead of giving it to corrupt politicians, that guy is a fascist because he says things that hurts his feelings and makes jokes like he's the new king because he knows it's going to trigger these idiots and make their manginas itch, because it's common sense that every fascist regime only promotes glory for their leader, and everybody who hears news from our country would only hear glory as well. And considering that a majority of the news from our country that the world hears about us and Donald Trump is negative, that is proof that we are not fascist, we are not a dictatorship, and if anything, we are the rebels fighting against the machine, and they are trying to stop us.
Democrats behave a certain way when they come across an opposing viewpoint. When they are faced with a difference in opinion, many on the left refuse to engage in genuine dialogue. Instead, they try to raise their own voices, to cancel yours out. Especially when it comes to progressive activists out during a protest, they will try to out loud you. They'll make so much noise so that your voice is literally and figuratively silenced. My husband and I attended a protest, a counter protest, when I was pregnant with my daughter, about 8 months along at the time. And we were on the other side of the street. They were on the opposite side of the street, holding their signs and screaming. I'm going to put a clip here.
Okay, but why did you guys post it? This is my space. So they were way on the other side of the street. They crossed over just to block us.
Oh my God, no, we are not.
I'm from Kenya. That's a third world country, and they have no right to abort because abortion is not a right. It's a privilege. It's a privilege.
Rather than respecting our voices as well, that were counter-protesting theirs, several liberal activists actually came over to our side of the road, our side of the street. Why? To be intimidating, to yell at our faces, to drown our voices. It was only 2 of us there. Their actions were specifically designed to silence through sheer volume and intimidation, instead of fostering any kind of peaceful exchange. Such experiences are going to show you and illustrate to you who here acts like an actual fascist. Instead of listening to opposing viewpoints and deliberating and debating, they try to dominate the conversation, either by screaming names at you, or you're a fascist, or you're this, or you're a racist, or you're a bigot, or you're phobic. That's all they do all day. Patrick Davis said this: they diagnose, we debate, they diagnose. So when you say something, you're labeled something else. They're not trying to debate your point, they're just trying to stick you with a label so they can shut you down. There's no intellectual rebuttal. There's no civil discourse. Before you toss your labels, learn your history. Next time, before you call someone a Nazi, understand what you're saying. Ask your elders. Talk to people who actually lived through it. Who's really pushing for censorship? Who's trying to ban guns? Who is killing people for crashing dissent? Who is calling for violence against people? It's not the Republicans. It's not the conservatives. It's the crowd that is very quick to point fingers. As a Kenyan immigrant, a wife and a history nerd, and someone who knows what actual freedom means, I will always side with liberty. Charlie Kirk stood for that, whether you liked him or not. So call me whatever you want to call me. I know where I stand. If this made you think, do me a favor, like, comment, share, and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next video. Kenyan Hippie out.
Hello, we're twins. We're twins. Yes, sir. I am me. She is she. Except when I pretend I'm her. And when we switch, you can't tell which is which.